So I just wanted to take a quick look at a really quirky pen that I purchased recently. This is the Uni Mitsubishi, or the Uniball, or just Uni RE2. That means RE is a erasable pen. 2 is, I believe it's the version. There's a series of these called the REs. This is the RE2. And this is a twin tip erasable pen. You could see it is weird in almost every way. First of all, twin tip with red and gray. So you don't see too many gray pens, especially not paired with red. Maybe red and green or red and black, but red and gray. Okay. It is this sort of oblong hexagonal shape. So basically you have 6 sides, but these 2 middle ones are oddly long. So we all know that a hexagon is a good shape for a pen, you know, like the Rotring 600 or just a standard pencil. But usually those sides are all equal width. Here they went really long with these 2. So when you're writing with this pen, how do you hold it? You hold it like this. You definitely don't want to hold it like this and have the pen off center. So, or you could hold it like this. That's just feels weird. Like that, that's not comfortable. So really end up holding it like this. And it definitely feels a little odd. It is capped, but the caps are like impossible to remove. Not impossible, but very difficult to remove like this. You basically should ignore these grips, and when you want to remove it, just pop it off like that. And that is easier, but still not very intuitive. As with a lot of these, really what you want to do is, or you could twist it, and the twist action does a good job, but pulling it off is usually not very easy. So like I said, red side, and you see a little peak here for the red. There's an indicator here under the clip. Yes, the pen has a clip. I'm not really sure why. Doesn't seem like something you'd want to put in your pocket, but okay. Another peak for the gray on the gray side. You can see these go on well sometimes, but if you don't line it up properly, it misses the sort of pen cup in here, and it goes on like this, which is super annoying. But if you fiddle with it, it'll be fine, but it's just a sort of strange experience. The body's all plastic, no metal parts here at all. Clip is built in plastic. This piece is matte. The ends are matte plastic, and the body itself is gloss plastic. The interesting thing about this pen, if you haven't noticed, is that while it is an erasable pen, there is no eraser built in. I've been looking for it, and I thought to myself it has to be here somewhere, but I really don't believe it is, which is very strange. The pen didn't come with any instructions. I bought it straight from a Japanese seller, like a seller in Japan, and it didn't come with any instructions. It was just this pen in a bag. Before I forget, I'll say it cost me about $8 shipped. In Japan, I think it would only sell for maybe $2 or $3, but it cost me about $8. And no instructions, so I'm pretty sure there's no erasers, even though it is erasable. The ink seems to be a hybrid, which would make sense for Uniball. It doesn't feel like I'm writing with a ballpoint, so I'm gonna go with hybrid. They don't say anything about the ink here. It's not part of the Jetstream line. It's not part of the Acro. Nothing like that. I guess that wouldn't be Acro, but it's not part of the Jetstream line. Feels like a hybrid. These are not, from what I could tell, replaceable, refillable, or anything like that. Everything's fixed in there. So, non-refillable. Can't change the color. I don't believe it's sold in other colors, and no eraser, and a weird shape. This is a very odd pen. I've been doing some writing with it. This is the Uniball R:E2. That's an erasable pen. You could see this is ink from 10 minutes ago, and this I just wrote. It's very light. It's just a light pen. It just seems like it's running out, or it's not much saturation. So it seems like a fault with the pen to me. Obviously, not a lot of ink. It's kind of railroady, and it's just really light. Very strange. Moving over to the other side, you can see this part is gray. You might expect a black line, but it's like definitely gray. It's not even a light black. So in the comments below, if you know why there's a light gray and a light red and why that would be useful, I'd be curious to hear it. I'm sort of confused by this, and I couldn't find any real good information about it. Maybe they exist in Japanese. I couldn't track them down, but I haven't found anything. Here, let me see what we have here. Here's a black from a Dr. Grip, this multi-pen, and this isn't even a great black, but you can see big difference between this skinny. I mean, this is like, I use this not only because I need the eraser from this, but also because they're fairly similar tips. I guess this is a Pilot, that's a Uniball, but whatever. And this is like a much darker black, even though it's not a great black. And there it is relative to that gray. Just really, it's definitely gray. It's not light black. And now I wanted to quickly test out the eraser performance. I don't have a ton of erasers around. I'm not a big pencil user, but we'll give it a shot. So some residue there, but really not that bad. Definitely not the quality of a friction, but it does erase. So there is that, and that lighter ink probably erases better and leaves behind less color than a darker ink or something more watery that's going to saturate the paper more. And you can see it's definitely not perfect, but it's good enough. As you put a little bit more heat down, you see it get a little bit better, but still some residue there. Yeah, so that's about it. I would say I don't recommend buying this pen, even though it is interesting. Unless you're really into quirky Japanese pens, I would save your money, get something else. So yeah, that is the Uniball RE2 twin tip erasable pen. Thanks for watching.